when you were doing your first year of real estate, has it been getting easier through your years, and what are like the questions that your customers ask about the country club?
Well, that's a great question. Well, to answer the first part, my father would tell you that, nothing substitutes for experience. So in any business, even real estate, the longer you're in the business, the smarter you get. And what you find out is that everything that your parents taught you, usually they're right. You might not admit it in the beginning, but eventually, as you have your own kids, which I do, you find out that everything they told you was right. As far as what you tell your customers, or at least in the real estate field, everyone always thinks when you're selling that you have to be the one talking the most. And one of the most valuable lessons I learned from my father is that the best people, at least let's talk real estate, are the people who listen the most. And what I find is that, it's like almost like a puzzle. You want to put the right piece in the right hole. And if you overshadow someone and you talk the most and you don't listen, you sometimes miss the message. And they tell you so much. They might not be specifically saying, this is the exact house I want, but if you listen to them, they will guide you down the path. And I don't think that's just isolated to real estate. And in country club living, you have to find the right fit. And it just happens. And there's so many great choices within Boca Raton and even in South Florida for all different types of country club living that usually if you're astute enough to kind of listen, you usually find the right house for them. So it's a great question. Thank you. Ms. Clayman.
Well, why do you really like this business?
Well, I guess it speaks to the same question that Scott said, is, you get to meet the people, and I think that really ties into why living in the country club is so amazing, because there is such a wealth of information that you learn from so many people. Speaking to the Lou Dubermans or the Leo Plevis or the Harvey Claymans or the Jim Tisdales, if I was living somewhere else or we were all living in a community that wasn't similar to what we're living in, which is a country club that we've been talking about, you wouldn't have the opportunity to meet these type of people. And I guess the best example I can give everyone was last night I was invited to go to a men's forum. And the person who was speaking, his name was Bob Birnbaum. He was the president of the American Stock Exchange and of the New York Stock Exchange. He met presidents, he met politicians, Rudy Giuliani, Reagan, Carter, all these people. And when I listened to him, and he's retired now, and I think the most amazing thing was that learning from these people is so fabulous. And I always feel, even though, when I'm playing golf, I'm terrible. But when I'm riding on the Wednesday morning league with a lot of men who are retired and I'm listening to them, I feel like I'm a sponge. And I think for me, one of the most amazing things that I take away from living here is the friendships. And it's not limited to just my contemporaries. It's limited to everybody all across the board. And I think in most of these clubs, Woodfield's one, prime example. You have children my kids' age. You have 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50, 60, 70, and all the way up. And it's a fabulous, fabulous place for everybody to kind of thrive and really get to know each other. Welcome back to this episode of Real Estate Today. I'm Elliot Kulik, and we've been talking about the country club lifestyle. So let's get right back into the show and see some more information that could be really invaluable to most of you at home. Welcome back to Real Estate Today. I'm Elliot Kulik, and I am surrounded by the most precious gems that anybody could have. All right, Lindsay, what do you want to tell everybody at home? Lindsay, let me ask you a question. Okay.
Well, getting back to country club living, Well, they're building a new basketball hoop, and like it's gonna take another year.
Okay, well, that's great. Okay, two more things. Scott, did you, how about here?
I'm not done.
Did you want to say anything? Okay. Last one. Here we go. Okay, sweetie.
I love that there's so much friendly friends, and you always have somebody to play with. You can come here and ride your bike or go on your rollerblades. It's just so much fun.
Okay, thanks, Chelsea, so much. Okay, well, guys, thank you, Lindsay. Look over there. Okay. All right, thanks, everybody, and thank you. And who else didn't want to speak? Jenny, did you want to say something?
Why do you I like living at a country club because a lot of my friends live in here in all the different sections, and instead of going out on the weekends, we like to come here and we go to the pool and we swim and we tan and we talk, and like the boys and the girls live here, and our parents feel a lot safer with us hanging out here, like right by our house, rather than being out somewhere where it's not really as safe as being here.
Right. All right, well, great. Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate all your comments and telling everyone at home, and we'll be right back. Well, as most of you already know, most of your shots in golf aren't always that great. I always spend a lot of time looking in the weeds. I hope you enjoyed today's show, Living the Country Club Lifestyle, and I hope we really explained to you all the different nuances of how anybody can enjoy that type of lifestyle. It's really available for everyone, and it really should be a great option that some people should consider. So, hope to see you on the next show of Real Estate Today, and see you soon.